All right, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Allies Mix playoff phase. Him playing here against wmorrison. Down to like top 13 or something now. Some number of players have buys, and then the rest of us are playing it out. Okay, there's a lot of things on this board. What is Trapper's Launch? When you get it. Okay. So, is there something we would like to top deck? Would we like to top deck a scrap? Or would we like to top deck a spice merchant? Let's do top deck a spice merchant. Yeah, you can top deck scrap too. Well, with the 3, I mean, it makes sense. The only liaison is sycophant, so probably not super great, though. Maybe you could do it some. I mean, you basically just want, like, a good bit of falconers. The big thing here. Oh, I guess underlane's here. Underlane's not. I don't think the Trapper's Lodge stuff is all that important, but you probably do card horse and buy a spice merchant. I think that's what I would do. The 3/4 looks a little bit nicer. Probably. I mean, this is fine, but I think I'll buy a silver. Yeah, I mean, especially if you draw everything off your horseplay here. The 3/4 looks quite a bit nicer, actually. I mean, I guess I could have. Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, if you bottom deck a state on the top deck, then you can do like coin horse. But okay, but they did get a bad draw on the scrap. I'm gonna do this and take town. I did redraw the scrap. The shuffle. I don't know if I trigger. I guess you trigger this. I mean, it's basically guaranteed to get you a 5. Well, no, not really, but yeah, maybe you don't trigger this. I don't like the sycophant at all. It's just, what is the point? See, if we trigger this and the scrap is in there with no states. I mean, it's got a horse, but okay. So they're a little bit ahead. I mean, if they get 5 here, which they probably will, this should be pretty easy falconry. Oh, I don't like the marquee either. Not yet. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. I wouldn't have taken it over falconer, but it's not terrible. We could just card action this in the hopes that we draw some more nice things. I mean, we're just basically cycling. That seemed actually pretty reasonable. It wasn't perfect, but maybe I'll take liaison or take a drilling here. So like this will get me to five, or it ought to anyway. I mean, +4 cars plus buys, you know, not bad. Well, definitely good actually, but yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well take this scrap. Well, what is the like? I mean, it's not totally clear to me actually. If you miss the estate, then it becomes pretty bad, but. Okay, so the last two cards are coppers. Or no, one's a underling. We just want to buy Falconer here. So we have a reasonable shot of getting a hit on the Falconer here because of the. I don't know. I just think most of the stuff they're probably likely to buy. Probably multi-type. Reasonable amount of it anyway. I don't know what I would take. I might take. You can take Mountain Village, and then you can pick up your Falconer, and gain another thing, which is probably pretty good. And it's not any worse on draw or anything like that. Really didn't like the Sycophant. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I guess you can just buy gold, but that is funny. They do avoid. I mean, the scary thing here is if I don't find a village, which we find one, so it's okay. But there was some fear there, I guess. This is pretty bad bottom deck. Be honest. I mean, it basically makes me miss a trash. Which isn't a huge deal, but I think we just stop here. There's not really a huge reason. Not to. What did they buy? Silver Town? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. So this is okay, but we could have got a little more out of there. We could have trashed a copper with scrap. If we had Mountain Village, we could have played the town, and then we maybe could have done something with silver. I mean, we maybe could have gotten a horse. I maybe did miss a horse. If we had drawn the Mountain Village and then gone silver horse, dollar, whatever. and we could have drawn the silver. Yeah, we could have got a horse out of there. That's okay. If we lose off that, I guess that's just what we gotta live with. But it, yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay. This is, I still hate the Sycophant. So this feels so fancy. Like, what is the on play Sycophant is terrible, and the trashing effect is not. Like, I don't know. It's not like a completely unreasonable way of trying to get the favors, but it's not. It's not that good. So, probably also will just avoid doing a multi-type here though. We could scrap Spice Merchant here. I'm not sure if that's the time yet or not. This is sort of an unfortunate sequence as well. We could do the town. You do action coin horse. Well, okay. Here's what we'll do. Do we need the coin? I guess here's a question. Do we just top deck the silver since we want to save the... Actually, do we need the coin? What do we get up to this way? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or is 10 enough? We probably go like 4 in gold. Let me see if they'll let me change this. Oh wait, is that what I'd already done? Maybe that's what I'd already done. I think I will do it this way. I don't need to necessarily top deck. I think I just did the exact same thing. Which is, I mean, it would be nice to have favors here, but. So. Then the question is something like, do we get another marquee or do we get a gold? We probably have draw for a gold now. At least at this point. So it depends on finding a marquee, of course, which is the kind of the issue. I guess we can seaway something. I don't think it especially matters. It feels like kicking off is more, or increasing the likelihood of kicking off is more important here. Though maybe underplaying the money a little bit. I mean, if you know you're going to have the horse in the hand, then you might do it, but it's also not like totally crazy to like regain a spice merchant for a copper trash, like a falconer, and gain it. And that may have even been the play instead of the town. I wouldn't have gotten to Seaway, but I don't. I don't especially care for the super scrap stuff or whatever you would call this. This is, you need a way to like produce more expensive card for that to be like more this appealing. I'm pretty sure. Just doesn't feel like that good. But I'm glad they're doing it. I mean, I would love to see them buy another Sycophant. Like, that would be great. I do like, I mean, I like the second Falconer for sure. They're gonna run into drop problems though if they don't have, I mean, if they don't find their marquee, they can for sure just kind of stop. We probably are playing the horse. We have the big marquee. This next marquee probably just doesn't get played. So then the question is, do we just take like a town, do 2 town? I guess a question we might want to, how much money do we need? Well, how much money can we like realistically use here? Like maybe 12 double gold, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if we just take a silver, we can trash a copper. And that still leaves us with a pretty good amount. I like the second Falconer for them. I don't know. Just put up Mountain Village on top. This is scary. Where are the horses? This is such a weird position for the horses to be. Like, I don't know why it's rendered this way. I should make a report. Severity of that. You can do the mountain village for horse stuff. Whether it rescues you or not. I mean, you have to find the marquee, the one marquee, or you don't actually go anywhere. The other thing is with this stuff, hand size decreases. I mean, the marquee's still a smithy, so like, what more could you really ask for? But all right, so they draw, they get up to 12. They unfortunately didn't dud there. I still don't like this. I guess they're gonna top deck village and marquee, which is good. So now they made 3, but they basically had a turn where they could die, and they didn't die, which was unfortunate. I should probably get the horse. I guess I can do card instead of coin. Okay. This is a spot where it may be reasonable to take the... What is the last card? Another town. It's maybe a spot to take the Spice Merchant. What are we gonna have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11. We can have 13. We can go like Falconer Province. I guess we just play the town as itself, or for money though, right? We could potentially... Oh no, the horse is gone. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you get more buys this way, but I already have 5 buys, so... So let's try... Spice Merchant. We are at the spot where... We're at the spot where the, what was I gonna say? The highwaymen can start hitting, sort of. People probably have trashed pretty much all their coppers. It's a pretty brutal attack, potentially. I don't know if you have time to buy one. Is the other thing. And also, you may not be incentivized. Like wmorrison in particular may not be incentivized to want to do that at this stage. We'll see. I mean, they know I have a falconer on top, so we'll have better pile out stuff unless they can get a seaway here in at some point. I'm still living or dying by the marquee draw, of course. It does feel weird that we didn't get a highwayman at some point, because it looks quite reasonable here, quite good. So many scraps. The scrap count to me has been crazy. Just feels like such a wheel spinning thing. You're playing so many cards to get what? To get a silver and a horse? I mean, I guess you get to keep this scrap too, but it's very strange. They probably Seaway something, honestly. They probably go like Province Seaway. I probably don't get the activation. Which is fine. To be honest, it's not a huge deal. I guess maybe we want to see, we may want to do a, well, there's not really anything. Okay. Well, that was fortunate. Okay, that was fortunate and this was unfortunate. We can do a horse though. We need a coin. Not sure. What are we at now? 8, 13. What are the last cards? Okay. Oh, we just didn't even have 10 cards, so it wasn't. We can't double, which is a bit unfortunate. There's some sequence of draw there where we get enough money we can double, but I guess I didn't take money from what I needed to do. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. There's some order there where we get the double for sure. What are the fairgrounds at? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they're at 10. Those. It's kind of interesting they not play the. Oh no, they did do card. Yeah, there's also some worlds where we like find the. Okay, so they're gonna draw decks. They'll probably get to 16. I mean, nothing's gonna be like auto losing just because of fairgrounds. And then there'll still be more shuffles, and then we also have pile out stuff to worry about. But like, I don't know if they lower if I can get to an estate pile out. Probably not. But we're gonna be approaching that kind of stuff. I don't even think like a scrap. I mean, if they double, the points are gonna be a problem. They have a lot of money. I don't know if the 3 at this point means a whole lot, but they just not play the Falconers at all. Are they gonna buy a? Are they gonna activate their own Falconers with their buy? Did they discard them? That's pretty strange. I guess they just bottom decked them. They didn't have them in hand at a point where they could play them. Pretty odd. They should try to score a little bit and get to the spot where the pile out stuff is. They have a points lead and can think about doing the pile out stuff. I mean, we're still quite a ways away from it, to be honest, but we won't be so far away from it after I go. Well, and depending on what wmorrison gets here. Are you still just like can easy dud if you don't top deck a marquee? No. Not a big fan of the Sycophant buy. I mean, it's not huge that it allows me to activate, but they're gonna lower them is kind of crazy. I also get to see that they they have 8 buys. Why did they top deck Sycophant? I can't imagine they wanted to top deck Sycophant. That can't possibly be it. Let me check. They have 8 buys. I mean, I don't want to open up an immediate pile out, but there's 10. I can take another falconer, or I can take a mountain village myself, I mean. This is kind of a weird order to do it too, because you reveal an awful lot about what's going on here. So now I need like 29, but well, I don't even need that much, right? Because I just have to pass them and score. That was a weird. It was sort of a strange. I get buys no problem, right? That's not the issue. It'll be whether I have the money for it. And the Sycophant top deck was pretty sad. And I guess the Spice Merchants are also pretty low, though that's not going to be so feasible. So I would need $20 and 9 buys right after the Falconer plays. I don't know if I can get to that or not. Well, the buys aren't a problem. Or the alt, well, that's even more money than that. I guess in theory, town gains are a little bit better. I don't think I have a horse, do I? Well, town gains are a little more flexible anyway. Still have to find another. I don't think we're going to get the scraps plus the thing. Man. We need a marquee. Okay. So we can go. Town. We can't play this for town and play. So this doesn't. You just got to discard a little bit. That's okay though. What are we at now? 10, 13, 15, 19. Okay. What do we have left? There's a scrap. Scrap and what? Mountain Village? So we have to play the scrap on a... Does this just not work with this hand? Did I misplay it somehow? You like need to have... I needed to have bottom decked the... Because I need to play the scrap on this marquee, then pick up a silver, then... Oh, this is just like $1 short right now. I'm not totally sure what the last... I haven't gained a silver since then. Yeah, so we're $1 short right now. And we can't... We'll just pick up province, which won't work. We had to find the scrap in the hand, and then... I don't even know if it would have worked then either, but... This is awful. So what can we do to... We have to like triple fairgrounds and hope they dud. Well, I guess if we're they did put a sycophant on top, so that was at least lucky. This mountain village, all it does is give us actions. I'm pretty sure it may have been better to even leave whatever on top here, but... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe this just... No, it doesn't work because you don't have the... How many cars is that? But you don't get the... Wait, you can go action... You can go action silver horse. But you need $1. This is so stupid. You can go... You can draw... Maybe this does work fine. This doesn't net a... You could have put the horse on top, but you need $1. This is so stupid. There was probably a way. But we just had the actions. Maybe we played this town in wrong order. Maybe we could have waited on it. This is so annoying. It feels like there must be a way to make it work, but I don't know what it is, frankly. Because you get... The problem is you get the card before you get the gains. So you don't... Do I even have 1, 2, 3? I have 10. This is annoying. What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17. I would not be surprised if there was actually a way to do it, but anyway. Oh, we don't even have enough for oh. This doesn't even really defend against anything. I mean, if they dud, obviously we still have a shot, but man, I think I played that wrong. I think there was probably a way to do it. Man, this was crazy to top deck a Sycophant. Like, this doesn't net you. This doesn't really net you draw. Like, it nets you villages or favors, I guess, but it doesn't net you draw. This whole thing. So they didn't top deck Marquee, but they did find one, which they only have 2. So this is going to be a frustrating one to lose. I think I can probably play my turn in an order that wins. If I had to guess. But this is going to be a frustrating way to lose. Well, this is not necessarily the order that's super friendly for this. Probably the estates still work though. I don't know, it's not great. Maybe you get there with horses and stuff, but it's not super great. I mean, it depends a little bit on what you had to discard, but this one's gonna hurt to lose because I think I like what I did a little better. Not that we did anything super different, but I don't like messing with all the scrap stuff, and I didn't like their buy. I don't like them giving me a shot there to activate and pile out, but I'm sure they'll have the estate one now. Unfortunately. Yeah, they just have it exact too. That sucks. That sucks. Oh well. That's really rough to. I don't even know what these matches are played to. I guess to 2.5. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, there was certainly ways in which the order of my deck could play out that I could win. I'm positive of that. The other aspects of it I'm not as certain of. But this is pretty crazy board. What is Woodward? Okay. That kind of points towards a mill opening, I guess. But I mean, you really don't have a whole lot to do here besides like Merchant Camp Wild Hunt Specialist stuff. Is sort of the most exciting stuff here. I think Broker is fine, but I like the Temple as well. This is sad. I would probably go for a little skirmishing stuff here. The Highwayman looks totally reasonable as well. My silver misses, so they get the best draw. My draw's fine. If they play a highwayman on me now, I just lose. I would get a skirmisher here, I think. This is wmorrison. If they had played the highwayman this turn, it's just GG for sure. 100%. I mean, unless there was some really, really bad misplays. Don't have the greatest draw here. I mean, it's fine. The specialist was way too early. This is like a pretty bad, in my opinion, play order. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, playing the temple twice, I guess, is okay-ish, but it's kind of weird. It was kind of a weird buy, right? You didn't have a huge number of targets for it yet. So I hope they do the points. I hope they say, oh, I need to take the point. Yeah, I would have just trashed twice. So I'm not a fan of those buys, but which is good. It gives me some hope, I guess. I think it's pretty bad though. I mean, you get to do the Woodworkers Guild, but you're really only gonna do that probably once. I don't think you're gonna get a broker just for that purpose. Maybe. I don't know. Specialist is your only gains here, so do I want a gladiator? Probably not. This is unfortunate. You don't need a lot of merchant camps here, like 2 is probably fine. I mean, you can scale it up a little bit as you go, but like just buying one every time you have $3 is pretty bad. Not to say that that's what they're doing or anything, but let's think. I think we do it. I mean, we're not really as trashy as we ought to be, but I think we just do it. This is nice. Their specialist is now stuck out for a turn. This isn't the most impactful spot to attack them, frankly. To be like Wild Hunt and then Specialist. I think now we'll start top ticking the merchant camps. We may lose on trashing. It's kind of rough to lose the temple when I did. Though obviously I got quite a bit out of it too. The skirmisher is not doing a whole lot, to be perfectly honest. I would buy another specialist if I were them. Yeah, I think I like that. This is Nightmare Draw. What do we, it's like Specialist, Wild Hunt, and man, it's, okay. Anyway, can't do anything. I probably really need to rebuy the temple even though it's pretty terrible. Not for the points, just I need to actually finish the trashing here. Yeah. That was a super incredibly bad draw. Like these 4 cards where the bottom deck is, that's the kind of thing you just lose on. They keep playing specialists on the Highwayman, which I don't think is correct. But well, especially, I mean, this is, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's worth gaining Highwayman. I would say no, but what do I know? I'm still totally lost here, but if we find the Highwayman, we'll probably just gain Wild Hunt. I am getting to that point where I need another. I need another merchant camp. What is mine? The bottom so bad here. They're gonna take the points. Yeah, this is all. Some of this is me deck composition. Some of this is the draws being bad. Some of it's a mix of stuff, but for sure it's not working. It's for sure not working. They can just start slamming the specialist on specialist stuff. Yeah. Oh, it didn't get stuck last time, right? Because he didn't play the Highwayman twice with it. This looks wrong. Mill game looks... Maybe they had to do it, but... See, this stuff to gain mill looks terrible. Like, this could be a specialist. You're basically choosing to gain mill over specialist here, which has got to be bad. I'm saying all this and I'm going to lose by 1,000,000 points and 1,000,000 cards. But, like, this has just got to be clearly... And maybe it's an action thing. I guess it could have been an action thing. So maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we're just going nowhere here. We're not even going nowhere fast. We're going nowhere slow. So let's get out of this game. I don't know. That one, I don't know. I really don't. There's some shuffle stuff, but I mean, they hit the 5 in the trash, so that makes a big difference. They didn't get the Nightmare reshuffle, or they didn't get the, what would have been for me a Nightmare reshuffle of play the Highwayman turn 5 or whatever, but they got the rest of it. So that's going to make it pretty hard for me. Like, if I don't trash maybe my skirmisher buy is really bad. It seemed like not terrible to take as a first 5, but I could be convinced that it's kind of awful. Passed on immersion camp, but I don't think it would have been good there. You can butterfly for a lurker, I guess. Well. Alright, and one lurker is good. Okay, so you clearly do that. No, wait, you can't butterfly necro. That doesn't work. But you still may want to open lurker because you can butterfly. I'm trying to think here if you do lurker pull. I mean, you can just do it anyway. I'm gonna play the necro that way every chance I can. You're not going to. It was really nice that I had the. I guess it's that I drew the. They buy a wild hunt, which seems fine. At some point you blow this up, but I don't know when, frankly. Probably here. Oh, they have bad draw. They just the wild hunt must be in here too. They did get the wild hunt a little early. I mean, they bought wild hunt. They trashed necro into buying wild hunt. Seems pretty bad actually, to be honest. I'm not really sure I get why you would do it that way, but you know, so I guess that's just the way they went with it. We should probably gain a wild hunt. You can gain the horns. You can gain the horns just sort of whenever. I'm pretty far ahead here. They had a nightmare. Their plot activation turn was so unlucky though. Oh, they already have a hop. I think that's probably wrong. There's like a lot of play order stuff that I think they're getting, not play order, buy order stuff that I think they're getting messed up. So unfortunate that I'm down 2-0. Not like wild, not like hugely messed up or anything like that, but enough messed up. IMO. Okay, so the last card is a wild hunt. Where are we at on this? 7. Okay, so we just need to gain like Wishing Well or something. This should be a Wild Hunt, and then you can get the hops because you can get the hops mid-turn. There's not a lot of incentive to get it overdraw at the end of your turn. We need to be a little careful that we don't open up a 3 pile somewhere here. But the nice thing about the lurker gains is that for now they're, you know, their fortress. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. Okay. Like they take the VP there is not just, I mean, they probably, that was just the hand. That's like clearly what they're going to do, but it's not any good for them. Not particularly. Okay. I gotta think. I don't have to think too much, but I have to think a little bit. It would be probably good to not have there be any fortresses left at the end of this turn. They only have 1 Wild Hunt. So we should probably make that happen. And probably go up to a 3rd Warren. You don't want to go too crazy on any of this. We could take the points, I guess. It doesn't really help that much. Probably doesn't hurt too much either. They have 2 lurkers, 1 hop. I don't know if I could have piled on here, maybe. I could get kind of close, but probably not. Do we just not take the estate? One, two, three. So 2, 3. They can do 4 gains potentially. The only other nice thing to get there would have been to get the what am I trying to say? Get the necro. Get the necro out of the trash. That stuff just doesn't matter. So we'll go for we'll go for a, well, this is a little bit scary actually. We can go for a, like a wild hunt lurker pile out. Should be doable. There is a point in here where we ought to think about maybe we have to, it's okay, well we, all right, this is good. We can also just do the hops, I guess. I would prefer not to mess this up in some way. Maybe I should have bought a copper. How many gains do we have? Really, we don't have a buy. Well, we can play Stewart for money. So, okay, we sort of have a buy. So we have 7. Is that correct? 4 lurkers. 3 hops. Oh, we have 3 hops. We have 8. And also chain down the Horn of Plenties if we want. There should be a path here that's just guaranteed. I don't even know that it's hard. It's probably not especially hard. But I would rather not mess it up if I had the option. Like by lacking village or something. How many horns can we get? The horns are nice because it's a chained gain, right? So then we get into like empty duchy territory. Which is kind of nice. I don't know we have the actions for it, frankly. I doubt that one gain ruined anything. Though it may have made something harder. I'm incredibly paranoid about this. Last card, Steward. Because we can't gain. I'm afraid I totally botched this. I mean, I could gain like 5 provinces. I guess that's an option. So we're up to 4. Jeez. 7. Okay. Problem is we don't have a lead. Okay, so we do. If we put 3. We put 3. More. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. We're at 8 games right now, so that's not winning. For sure, that's not winning. We could do a couple more horns, then we would be up to we need to have a couple duchies left over at the end too. I don't even know if this works. I still don't. I still have no idea if this actually works. So we've got 3 in there. This probably just works super easy, and I'm just like way overthinking it. Is probably our best bet. It was just like, and it does clearly. I was just like so scared. This is stupid. Sometimes I get like that. We've got another doozy. I don't know that League of Shopkeepers is really telling us much here, but this is sort of an interesting board. I don't know, do you open the student? I mean, you still probably need the trashing. Your other option, which is potentially terrible. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, if they don't buy a battle plan, there's always the yeah, I don't know. There's always this thing you can do if they don't move on battle plan at all, where you can potentially rotate it out. I'm not a big fan of the experiment by there, but if you draw it, then it looks pretty good. I wonder if they drew the student last, or if there was a middle portion there where they could have got 2 trashes in but didn't look for it. It's one of those things you'll never know. I'm gonna buy a battle plan, which probably $6. That's weird. It's weird to have 6 here. Patreon, of course, doesn't do a whole lot, but I guess you can buy gold and try to hit pathfinding. It's not crazy. I mean, you get a copper trash or another estate trash in on your next turn, and then, I mean, you could rip 8. I mean, it's kind of hard to rip 8, but courtier looks pretty reasonable. Okay, this is unfortunate. If I had drawn battle plan there on my reshuffle, I guess I couldn't. Courtier is similar, like, but if I draw it on my, if I had drawn it this turn and I rotate away, that's at least a little bit scary. I wonder if we should plan something, or if you just buy the experiment. Or just buy the wishing well, I guess, is the other option. You can plan the... I mean, you don't necessarily want to, but you can plan the clashes. That I played a game in that other match where it worked out well for somebody, Derpa. What are my goals, though? Just in general. I'm gonna try it. It's not super good, but... if they don't buy okay, they do buy battle plan, so there's not a huge... Now I wish I had planned the, Now I wish I had planned the things, but I did not. I don't think I wanted to rotate there. There's not a whole lot to be said for this. Conjurer's okay. I guess I could have got a Conjurer. That wouldn't have been bad. I wouldn't have been unreasonable. I mean, with the experiments especially, it's quite good. Oh, look at that. They hit the triple type right off the bat here. That's pretty nice. Are they gonna pathfind mountain villages? That's a little weird. I guess it makes sense you can play more of them than of other piles. I mean, it makes some sense. What's under Conjure? Sorcerer? Is that any good? I do fortunately have enough villagers here. I can probably just... My plan was probably not a very good spot. I feel pretty behind, though. I don't know that I am necessarily that behind. Yeah, I wish I had put my plan on these guys. We're in a not great spot. They do need a mountain village, right? They have a few terminals. They just reshuffle onto double. That's infuriating. Oh well. I assume it's action money buy this time. I don't think you take a gold, yeah. That looks good. You can buy the mountain villages or whatever. Probably Warlord experiment. That's a very good turn, unfortunately. That's a very good turn. I do like the... Oh, another conjurer, okay. Well, this kind of sucks. Pretty much. I mean, a lot. It's on me. Certainly on me. I'm okay on villagers. I don't have to... Or villagers. I don't have to do the villages just yet, but... They probably will take another mountain village, though they may just take a experiment. I would take a mountain village, I think. Experiment seems fine. I don't even own an attack yet, so these don't do anything. Oh, you can rotate into... Wow, I forgot about that. You can rotate into... I guess a villager is better than an action. No, I mean, you get a coffer, you don't get a villager. Never mind. I'm just full of it. I am going to lose here. That'll be the end of this. I didn't even hit 10. I guess that wasn't super likely. Oh, you can put... You can just skip Warlord here, can't you? Not that you necessarily want to, but you can. This is a little bit of a game. Maybe it works okay. You can control the experiments. They're still too far ahead probably, but I always forget about things like this until like halfway through the game. When really you could plan around it more. Like I could have planned the experiments and things like that. We're okay though, because we have, I mean, as long as we have 2 conjurers, we still compete in that. I mean, you have to use your conjurer gains for your draw, but that's okay. There's not a lot of payload here anyway. It's just core tier and fortune. So it's not. I don't know. Now, if they buy them all out, then, you know, then there's not so much you can do about it. They left a couple for me. That was kind of them. So I'm not super worried about the warlord thing. I mean, I think it's good. I think the bigger issue is just the trashing and stuff, and the amount of payload they're currently able to bring to bear, which is pretty high. So those are more the issues. Also, I don't have an attack for my 2 battle plans, which isn't ideal. So. Those are the things that are plaguing me at the moment. Do we do the trash or no? It's not ideal. I have to get another mountain village at some point also, though it's still like a turn away. I'm pretty willing to green aggressively. For sure. Do wish I had a... This isn't so terrible. I do wish I had a... archer. Or actually, I mostly just wish I had another mountain village. mean, I think if I draw super well the next 2 turns, I win. It's a little... The student silver trash is a little strange. It's kind of hard to imagine. I mean, maybe you don't need the money. A little hard to imagine that was like definitely the play. Hard for me to imagine that anyway. Can they draw that? This order looks very weird. Can they draw the archer? They could have drawn the archer. They basically just chose not to, right? Maybe they have another battle plan or experiment. Okay, they had another experiment. Oh, I should have kept the mountain village. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I've even played games where that matters. It's just like so dumb. I won't ask for that undo. It's not likely to matter for me, but it's so stupid. It's like easy to get right if you're just not dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I bottom decked. How many experiments did I have? I had a bunch. This is so unfortunate. That's pretty infuriating. There's like the discard thing cost me a villager here, which hopefully doesn't matter, but I'm literally sitting on like half of these are experiments or something. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I don't know if quad province will be sufficient here. If I'd gotten to double in core tier, I think I would have been fine. I don't know if quad's gonna be enough. They can certainly up the gains quite a bit still. So that sucks. I mean, I guess all my hands are gonna kind of be like that. I did fortunately draw enough money to do what I did. Which wasn't guaranteed at all. So there's a little bit of niceness there. Gains of copper. This is like the scrap stuff. This is like such... I mean, I guess you get a I don't know. I guess if you're trashing it, it doesn't matter. But it looks like there you should technically just reveal not one of the... I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to discard it. Well, they don't have enough for all of them. Is 6 going to be enough? Or whatever this is? I mean, they could dud. It's not super likely, but they could dud. And there are, fortunately, there are territories. So we do have maybe not the best outs in the world, but there are still outs here. Because they could dud. I mean, unfortunately, their duds probably look pretty good. Their dud is probably at least a province. I don't think they're missing province completely. That doesn't seem really feasible. Actually, should we try and gain an archer? We still have we still have time. We can still get this fixed. The play order here is kind of bad though. I don't know how much an archer is going to help, but it might help a little bit. Dun, dun. It's like, do we need to? I mean, we don't have to get the estate yet. Like, if we're going to win, we're just going to live or die on. We just draw through for now. Okay. I'm pretty worried I'm not going to know what my last card is here. Oh, student was tri-type all along? Who knew? So it would be good. We probably did this a little bit wrong. Well, we just need them to dud, so like we don't need the courtiers to gain golds or anything. Pretty much only the buy matters. Well, that's promising. At least. Doubt it's promising enough. But unfortunately, like courtier plus fortune is like sorry enough. Yeah, I was AFK. I wasn't intentionally leaving him in suspense. I left because I discarded the archer, so I thought I wouldn't have to do anything during his turn. So I assume they can at least buy like that's the issue is like they can get province or duchy or double duchy or duchy I mean, you wouldn't take double duchy, you'd take province estate, but like any of that kind of stuff is just like it's just like way too much points already. For me to realistically be able to make up. Because I can like I get like 8 points pretty easily off that, but yeah, okay, so they just have double. That's not surprising. Um, um, anyway, thanks for watching. The game to look at. Wait, do I still have it in my chat? The game to look at was that second one, right? I don't remember what happened in the first one. No. The second one just was bad from the start. It's that first one. First one is the one to look. Okay. It should load from in. They finished it, but probably whatever the bot has there is. Alright, we'll see if this decision index works okay. Right, the bot doesn't even find a win here. Okay. I guess we can just start from the top of the turn. So the thing that happens that's not good, or what I imagine isn't so good. Well, this part of it doesn't matter too much. There's something to be said to not playing certain cards just right off. Right, so now we have to play. I mean, probably this has to happen anyway, so I'm not sure it matters a whole lot. So then you find this, and you can play one of these. I guess that's the question. This is the point where you might do something different, right? Because you can draw the whole deck with the marquee here, and maybe you have enough mountain villages left that you can control getting the right cards out of the deck. This would be the decision point, right? So we get a discard 4 here. Well, okay, it doesn't even draw deck actually, but it does do most. I mean, probably it's just the silvers in this, right? And then you scrap the marquee, and you trappers lodge a horse. Okay, you know you have a horse on top, and then you get a couple. So I guess it's probably gonna still come down to a reshuffle. Or is this enough already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 13. 18, right? So you have to draw the silver. So you're looking at, or at least if you play it this way, you have to draw the silver. So this happens to work. But there was randomness there. But it was like what was it? There were 2 provinces and a silver, so it was like a one. The silver had a bottom deck, so it was like a 66% chance of working. And then you have the estates and that. So okay, so that probably is better. Let me look. There may be a guaranteed line after. It wouldn't be too crazy to me if there's maybe a guaranteed line from this point also, right? So this would involve. See, the thing is that you need to trash something that actually nets you a silver. So trashing silver alone does not work. I don't think. Like if you do, well, the hard, it's not very good action-wise either. Is another problem with it. Like you can do this line and do action, coin, silver. But here you're already. What's the last card? It's a mountain village, right? Yeah, so the sequence here doesn't work. I mean, it like almost works. Right, this is just 17 or whatever, 18 or whatever. Okay, so that white doesn't quite work. Now, if you're here, if you're here and you have a mountain village instead of, maybe you can play it in the right. See, because now you have to go gain silver, coin, action. Do like this. Maybe this works. Does this actually net you anything? Oh, that works too. So that was the way. And I think that stuff is mostly guaranteed. I think after, it's not strictly guaranteed, I don't think, but it's pretty close. Not from the start, but I mean at some point in the turn. Certainly by the time you've drawn here, by the time you've drawn this hand, it's guaranteed. So I don't know if it's guaranteed at this marquee play. I don't know if it's guaranteed here. You're going to bottom deck 1 card. I mean, you can draw any of them. Whether it all works, I don't know. Because like another thing you can do, maybe, I'm not sure it actually works. But you could try and trash one of the 4s, I guess. That's probably not good. Well, like you could try, it wouldn't be the town. You could try to trash a mountain village. Do this. Yeah, I don't think this gets you there, actually. Oh no, that gets you there too. Oh. I wonder if there's a line. So the way I played it, the thing that I did on my turn is I played this town out, right? I drew fewer cards here. And then I was stuck here. could have gone like this. And this scrap was next. So then I could have gone. Guess this. And this just runs out of towns. Or maybe it's okay. Then you just do. Maybe this already even works. Oh yeah, that works too. Okay. Well, this was guaranteed. Okay, so it was even guaranteed the way I played it. I just didn't see it. What I didn't catch, basically, or what I didn't think through, is the aspect of scrapping of 4. If you can afford to take the action and gain a silver, you net a silver, and that's like saving you a terminal play because you don't have to play one of your towns terminally that way. So I just failed to find the 3 pile here. It wasn't even, maybe it wasn't trivial, but it wasn't hard, I wouldn't say, and I just missed it. Oh, that's unfortunate, but right, and that means you don't even have to do the card here. Like you can like do this. I mean, you can do whatever, it doesn't matter. And you get the 20. And the buys are never an issue. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all another time.